Hello everybody, here we are, three old friends ready to play some nice multiplayer fun together once again. So today we're going to be playing some Divinity Original Sin 2, and if you haven't had much experience with the previous Divinity Original Sin game, that's okay. This one is a prequel, so we don't need to know too much about the previous game. Fuji and myself have played it a bit. I mean, I think we both got up to around the beginning of Act 2, but that was solo, that wasn't together. And Whiteseer he's played a little bit of character creation a few minutes ago, but apart from that, he's kind of ready to go. So, because he's like a DOS 2 virgin, we're not going to be skipping any cutscenes or conversations or stuff. So, without further ado, let's dive right in.
How is everyone doing?
I'm
good, thanks. Yeah.
I'm panic checking to ensure I'm recording. I am. That's great.
First time I've been called a DOS virgin, to be fair.
Yeah. Why did I think of DOS in Windows when you said that?
That's exactly what I thought. I was just like,
Oh mate,
this is
it's
a coding
like
thing.
it's like Divine Divinity Dragon Prince or something, the one that's set in hell. Then there's like Divine Divinity something else. Then that company wasn't interested in the license anymore, and Larian got to do their own stuff with it, and they made Divine Divinity 2, which was like a real-time, non-Diablo clone, weird thing. They just called it Divinity 2. Then they made Divinity Original Sin, which was a prequel. Then they made like a prequel to the original Divine Divinity. Then they made Divinity Dragon Commander, which was an RTS. Then they made Divinity Original Sin 2. Then Baldur's Gate 3, actually, which we are currently playing, and don't worry, we're not ignoring it. But hey, it'll be time waiting for patches and content.
You want to play more than one game at a time.
We got this,
basically.
you know.
So I'm looking at the build presets, and I originally thought Conjurer was definitely the way to go, and then I just saw Enchanter, and I'm now trying to decide. I think I'm going to stick with Conjurer.
Okay.
Wow, their six-pack muscles for elves are weird.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They have strange non-human features.
Oh, what colour skin do I want? Wheat or bisque? Very hey, there's nutmeg here. Rip. Walnut. Okay, so there's a lot of I'm gonna go for wheat, I think. Keeps looking away from the camera when I'm trying to sort his face out.
Mm.
It's not helpful.
Oh, don't you just hate that? The Jason Momoa dwarf face.
I'm gonna be a young guy, I think. Oh, that is some hardcore hair. I'm going with that.
It's interesting how the portraits are changing in real time as we're fiddling with character creation. What I hate...
Hair colour ice bear. That looks cool.
Okay, what I hate about playing this unmodded is that the dwarven beards don't meet the hair at the temples, and they have this weird gap that just makes it look really fake.
Okay, change my name. Okay, build preset, Conjurer, attributes. I can edit these. Is there any point to editing these?
To add
Which
what?
one are you looking at?
The attributes.
Right.
It says I can edit them. It's giving me +1 intelligence.
Yeah,
+2
yeah, you can
constitution.
edit everything in the entire build. The attributes are your main ability scores. The abilities are skills, and the skills are your hotkeyable actual skill slot stuff.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna stick with what I've got. Conjure something, shoot something, make a totem. Sounds cool. Okay, special talents. It gave me pet pal.
Oh, that's good. That lets you
What does
speak
that
to
actually do?
animals.
Yeah, it lets you speak to animals.
Okay, cool. So I can get an army of badgers like a third edge.
Well, no, it's
Druid.
like
no, there's normally animals.
it's
here
like
around
if
that
you're
you can talk to them
investigating a
as
crime, you
conversation.
can literally ask animals what they've seen, and they'll tell you.
Okay. It's not actually, when I hover over the thing, it's not telling me what these things actually are. Which is really annoying. Living armor, that might be cool. I'll
Oh,
go with-
you're looking
I'll
at
go with the pet
talents.
thing. Yeah, it's not actually telling me what any of the talents are.
Right, are you mousing over the talent name or just the line itself, or what?
Everything. I've tried everything.
It should tell you when you mouse over them. So living armor is when you get healing, your magic armor, like your you have physical armor and magic armor. Physical armor protects you from physical damage, magical armor protects you from magical damage. And living armor is every time you receive healing, you get some magical armor buff, to protect you from magical effects. So it's like the higher your
Okay.
health, the bigger your resistance is, sort of thing.
Okay, I'll stick with the pet thing. We'll give it a go. Select my tags. Oh, finest manners. No, I don't want that.
I think I'm nearly done.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm not. I'm not even remotely done. This guy needs a name.
I'm twigs and berries.
Oh, this is tricky.
Because at heart, I'm still a child.
Yes. I thought you were referring to something else there for a moment, and then I realised you probably actually were.
Yeah. Twigs and berries.
Uh-huh.
Try again.
Wait, what?
Better luck next
I'm waiting for Fuji to go for
Almost got me that time.
Franken beans.
I'm ready. Try again. Nice try.
Try my best not to.
Yeah, let's go with a good old standby. Kelgear Gilbrave. Sounds suitably appropriate.
Where have I
Tags.
Where have I seen that before?
Tags. I should go noble because of the way they do the dwarfs. Noble scholar, noble soldier. Mystic and noble is a good one for a sort of paladin build, but it's a bit weird.
It goes awesome.
What?
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh, I see.
Right, I'm going to kickstart. Has everyone done?
Please-
I went for
please,
the oud for my instrument. What did you two choose?
I chose the one above that.
I chose the Bansuri.
Oh, nice. We all got
Take
different
the recorder
instruments.
thing.
Cool. Let's go in
Very
and
bagels of you.
not skip the intro, if everyone's ready.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm ready to watch the intro.
It's a reasonably short one. Are you sure? Yes, I have finished the character creation. Thank you, game, for asking me.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Nice little flame sphere. I'd honestly forgotten that little touch. So that was it. That was the intro.
So we have the most obnoxiously loud fireworks going on outside where I am right now.
Still a
I
bit
can
cold
actually
in
hear
the
them.
Apologise if you can hear
Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
I'm watching the bar here on OBS bounce up and down.
So yeah, we've been sedated.
Okay.
And you get to be in control of the conversation, interestingly enough.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Now, as for obnoxious, Magister C1 definitely fits the bill.
Yeah, just a note, Whiteseer, when you see people's portraits, you'll see the red bar is their health. Above that they have two other bars. The blue one is magical resistance and the white one is physical resistance. So when we're doing combat, any magical damage will come off the magical resistance and then the physical will come off the physical resistance before you activate
Your
the
resistances go on top of your health, and you need to wear down something's resistances before you can affect it with abilities that inflict conditions and do stuff. So instead of being like, I'm going to debuff you at the start of a fight, you're like, I'm going to beat you down and down and down and then debuff you when your resistance is fully gone. Now this is the new tutorial deck, which basically means nothing to you, but that ladder you see up ahead leads to the deck above where you can go once you've finished playing around down here. Essentially, this deck used to not exist and we used to be on the deck above it at the top of that ladder at the end of the intro.
Okay,
so
right.
for me and Nog, we're like, oh, this is a bit new, and for you, you're just like, oh, hey, let's walk around and have some fun, you know.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Hang on. I'm attacking something. Is that because I'm holding control to use push?
Yes, it's because you're holding control to attack things, yes.
Let me just change this in my menu, that's going to annoy the hell out of me.
Control is the force attack key, so you like control click to attack stuff if you want to. Oh man, you opened that one already? Do you want to like let him fiddle around a bit? I wish we could toggle walk and run, and I can't remember a way of doing it, so it is what it is. So here we have a locked door, and it looks like Biggles Butterworth is discovering that that vase contained a key.
He did.
And our friend here is still in the previous room, so we should... Oh, wait. Oh, that's empty. Damn it, the hen hutch is empty, no eggs. There's a sack here. Empty sack, okay.
Right, I've sent that key on to Twigs and Berries, so he should have that.
Okay.
It's fine.
Right, okay. That now should no longer be a problem.
You should also notice we are each wearing a brightly glowing collar around our necks that we cannot take off. It's obviously brightly glowing. This collar suppresses our source abilities, which we would otherwise be capable of using, and would be a danger to the population at large. We are considered to be like nuclear weapons, essentially. You know, uncontrollable dangerous things, so we have these collars to dampen our abilities.
Okay.
You are talking
I'm
to the
just talking
sheep.
to the sheep. Well, I can talk to the sheep, so I thought I might as well talk to
You
the
can, absolutely, yes.
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg too.
sheep.
What?
The depth of unamused ennui staring back at you from those ovine eyes is startling.
Are you referring to the ballerina? Oh, so funny, so funny.
With 2 shakes of her stumpy tail, the
Two
sheep
shakes of
turns
a
away
lamb's
from
tail.
you to peruse her hay-filled manger.
Literally, Larian are very good at writing animal dialogue. They enjoy doing it a lot. So we got this door here.
Okay, do you know what the style reminds me of? And obviously this came out before the game that I'm going to reference here, and that's Broken Ranks.
I was going to mention that to you because apparently it's coming out next month. No, January.
Yeah, next year for sure. Oh, this is locked. Uh-huh.
I'm going to drag this
It's like,
like that.
oil.
Yeah, on the floor.
That's
Dangerous.
interesting.
Greasy. Oh, he's
Can we
chaving
jump?
everything in there.
Yeah, of course.
You could have
Yeah,
done
no,
that while
you
we had
need
the door
to spread.
closed so you wouldn't be spotted. Oh well.
Okay, what's this lever do? Should we talk to it first?
Sure, there's a guy in a cage.
We can do. I have a feeling we're going to get. We're going to update the
Your
sergeant
guess
who's
is
on
as good
duty.
as mine. Someone
on, I'm just-
screamed loud as a
Okay.
banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I...
Okay, I'm pulling the lever.
Oh joy. What happened? Aha! The guard is waiting up. So that's... We're not automatically drawn into conversation, so we do need to click on them to listen in, and it often makes us skip the first line.
Is my shift over?
Okay.
You here to relieve me?
So it might be
Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully.
Sorcerer.
My fists ache to meet a new face.
And yes, they spell sorcerer like that. So it might be a good convention for whoever initiates the conversation to reread the first line once everyone's in the conversation, just so they have a good summary of what they missed. We
Okay.
can't see your odds on
What are
these
the
at all.
things on the left-hand side here? Trade.
Yeah, you can
Inventory.
you can look at your inventory. You can try and trade with him, like literally haggle and swap things, and people have stuff. A
Okay,
lot
how
of them
do
won't.
I know? I guess there's no way of knowing which persuasion rolls better.
It helps
No,
to
you'd
know
have
what
to
your stats are. If
remember
you look
what-
in the inventory,
Yeah, remember what skills you are.
Ooh. No, I can't look. Yeah, you check the inventory. You should be able to look in your character sheet and see what your stats are.
Yeah, I think Constitution's probably my best.
Constitution's being tough. Finesse is like dexterity, and wits is like kind of like a wisdom, but it's also used for other things as well.
Hey,
Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I
I've
can
got rid of
trust
this
those
schmuck.
fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear.
Memory is a skill that you might have put points into. It gives you more hotkey slots to hotkey skills for combat and spells.
Actually, my intelligence is better.
Oh, great.
It's all the same.
Where is this
I
needed
think
to?
it's
What
best
does
he
that mean?
comes with me.
It means you
Some
need U
offence
ranks in the
intended.
skill to
Hear
have
that,
succeeded.
Emma? We're taking
Ah,
a
okay.
walk.
Some offence intended.
I'm yanking it.
Oh god, how's that gonna go? You pulled it.
Oh.
Can I attack him?
What
I
did
didn't
you
do
do?
anything, I swear.
Hang on, who's the enemy here? The guard?
Oh, he walked into a fire barrel.
Alright, you started a fight.
I'm sorry.
I've got a
He didn't like that.
firestorm grenade here, I'm not going to use it.
I moved the oil barrel just in case the fight broke out, but he walked into that.
Right,
counted
I've
as
toughened
an
up and gone. Ho.
So we can't use any of our spells because we're wearing the thingies, right?
I'm
Can't
going
use
to
your,
turn him into stone.
Your sorcery ability, but you can use your other abilities.
Okay, I've turned the enemy into stone, so he's paralysed for a bit. He's harder to hurt, but it gives us time to recover from being greased up and knocked down and stuff.
Oh mate, this guy's dead.
Wow, you
So much
literally
for a
killed the
peaceful
guy you were
stroll.
trying to break out of a prison cell by breaking that oil barrel. What?
No, that was. Well, yeah, he walked into it. I moved the barrel. He walked into it.
Why did you... I'm having those, but why did you move
Well, in
that?
case the fight broke out, so we could. In case the fight broke out, so we could.
I have
essentially
found
it
trousers.
to
I shall
set fire
wear
to.
the trousers. I now look marginally less ragged. Like coins and a key as well. I am so hardcore.
Oh, you shouldn't have been standing there.
Well, that was an interesting development.
That. What did I just pick up here?
In the meantime, I'm going to unlock that door for you. So we can go into this next chamber, and I'm going to be looking around. Look. There's a nice relaxing torture table here. I barely fit on it. It's made for someone bigger with longer legs. I'm fine.
Oh, minor healing potion?
Empty.
Empty indeed.
Okay, I'm going to set fire to the poison to get rid of it.
Okay, back off,
I'm gonna step back.
Stand back.
because that will happen.
There we go.
So yes, poison in this game
So we're in a slightly better
is
position.
much more flammable than in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I see that.
It will die down after a
Does
while.
anyone have any water? Oh, that's good.
Not yet, but I'm sure we'll get... We're
most
surrounded
elegant
by it.
solution,
We're in a
was it?
boat. A ship,
No, I mean
nonetheless.
in terms of putting the fire out, but it died down, so that's fine.
Deck of cards.
Wait, can I... Okay, nothing under it.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up, guys.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Going up.
Are you
Okay,
sure you want to
magical,
look at
yeah,
tutorial
kill two
deck?
people.
Yes, because otherwise we'll never get to continue.
Yeah, that's it, guys. That's the end.
Yeah, the end of our playthrough.
Join us next time on where we make a character and that's it. To be fair, I have had a few games in my life where it's felt a bit like that. Spend half an hour making a character and realise actually that's it. Ooh, raw third leg.
Oh, home time.
I want.
Uh-oh, she's pacing. This is the nasty
Why
woman
is
who
this?
woke us up.
Chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
I'll speak to her if neither of you two want to. Oh, you already are.
Hang on. Where have I been teleported? Down.
In the
She knows
meantime,
about
your
the
next
collar.
stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
My name's Twigs and Berries. I think you'll find that I'm in charge of the logs. The big twiggy logs.
No lesions, no trauma. He was blessed by magic.
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse than put a collar around your neck.
Index
I think I
fingers
just threatened
pressed
to
to her
poop on the
lips.
floor.
She pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy sounds lovely.
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
Yes, we're being taken
She
to Fort
frowns
Joy
and
for our own
peers at you
good because we're a
closely,
menace to
resting the back of
society.
one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Checks out. It does check out. That's fair enough.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I
You tripped a
recommend a
guy
cup
up
of
and
mulled
killed him
wine
with
and
a
another
barrel
night's sleep.
downstairs.
Just take it
He
easy.
fell over like. I tripped and I fell. That's actually what he would say if he used to speak with dead on him. I tripped and I fell.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it
I'm not doing
against you. From my, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Okay. So, I guess we need to get these collars off, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
if
but we
you
don't do
mouse
that for a
over
while.
her, you'll see she has, grey armour and blue magic armour.
There's been a murder here.
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes, okay.
There's been a murder. And Biggles has run straight into the crime scene. That can't end
These
well.
smelling salts are strong stuff.
I'm joining Biggles in here.
Well, I'm going
You can talk to the Magister. see what
I'm going to speak to Magister Kadoka. Oh no, you're talking about cool.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Depends how much dinner I've had.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna eat so many sprouts at Christmas. I'm gonna kill everybody in the house.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Always try
Whoever
and get
did
more.
this is dangerous.
You're a prisoner. Do you really think you could command more for your services?
Well, they could take this bloody thing off.
Yeah, good luck with that.
hearing a sheep.
You can tell we're absolute prisoner scum lowlifes because we're robbing the place.
Yeah, you kind of know where all the loot is. I'm running around trying to get
No,
something.
it is semi-random to an extent. It's like partially placed, partially... There's a sheep here. And some big sacks of... Have you emptied those sacks already? There's also plenty of other prisoners to meet and talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one of those metal crates I was talking about earlier, with like 6,000 hit points. It can be used in combat quite effectively.
Oh, good God.
As a bludgeoning device.
Where do I see where you are?
We're literally right next to you on the map and you're running away from us.
There's a dog here.
There's a dog? Oh, good God, why is there a dog?
They're picking us off one by one.
It's a saw sound.
Oh, it must be like a guard dog.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk to it. Where's that sheep?
It was back near the door.
Mad? Insufferable. Surely.
In the big cage
Oh, there.
by the door.
I bet the sheep did it.
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Oh. Try and steal its wool. I look a little bit elfish. Oh.
Did you speak to the dwarf on the bench?
Not yet, I haven't spoken to any of the
No, I'm
NPCs
just-
yet.
Okay, just started a conversation. If you want
Oh,
to join in.
that's a good conversation, that's a fun one.
Yeah, cool. I'm listening in, man. Listening in.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plagues.
The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more.
The guy's a beast.
Listen close.
Oh, yes, he is.
There now, just like that. Squeak! Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back, the other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard.
Wow, he's good.
That means if we've been travelling for...
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he is a naval
10.34
ship's captain.
nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here.
Even here.
No, indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
So,
Worth a try.
Beast is one of the potential party members we can pick up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And the Red Prince is one of them as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Who are you talking
The
to?
origin character.
Things coming out of plague-stricken
Oh, you're still listening into that conversation, right.
There's nothing else I can
Yeah.
make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
So this area gives us a
Right,
nice
that's
opportunity
interesting.
to meet the other people. Oh, you're talking to Sabine. Okay. Listening in on this one, definitely.
Snake Eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid.
No, not allowed to join in.
Rolling dice.
This reminds me of my teens.
Deciding
It should.
fates.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
No. You'll understand more when you learn more about her.
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. Just like you. And I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Oh, you just reminded me. Elves can eat flesh, can't they?
Yeah, can I
Yes.
eat a dead body?
They absorb memories and stuff when they do it.
I forgot all about that. I knew
Fine, you don't know where her tongue has been.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Wow.
You were
Does
in
remind
a
me of my
cellar
teens.
with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
Got number 2.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
I love her. Alright, let's go and see if we can chow down on this guy.
No. You find specific body part items that you can use like that.
Oh, so I can't just lick this guy's corpse?
Not exactly.
Now you find like a tongue or a leg or something which you can eat.
Okay, let me know if you spot one.
Probably want to save soon, actually. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, it makes sense to
We've
do that
been
soon.
recording about half an hour, and it seems like a good saving point. So, just be a mo.